Good evening and welcome. I'm Chloe Miller-Smith. I'm delighted to welcome you here to the Claw Studio at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden. In tonight's Insight, we'll explore the Royal Ballet's upcoming mixed programme, Perspectives. Opening on the 14th of November, Perspectives features 3 ballets that ignite the imagination: Georges Balanchine's Serenade, Justin Peck's Everywhere We Go, and the world premiere of a brand new ballet by Cathy Marston. We're going to see 2 of these ballets rehearse this evening, and to introduce our first rehearsal, please help me welcome stagers Craig Hall and Charlie Hodges, and dancers of the Royal Ballet, Letitia Diaz and Joseph Sissons. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we're going to wait as well whilst we bring our dancers in. Hello both, thank you so much. Yes, round of applause again. So thank you so much for taking the time this evening to show us a little bit of the work before we see it on the main stage. Craig and Charlie, I'll come to you first. You're staging Justin Peck's Everywhere We Go for the Royal Ballet, and it's the first time Justin's work has been performed here. You've worked with Justin for many years, I know, so can you tell me first, how does it feel to be bringing the work to Royal Opera House?
It's an amazing feeling so far. I think we've been wanting to come here for many years, and the history of this place is it's something we've all looked at and cherished. So to finally get some of Justin's work here is an unbelievable experience and feeling. I think these dancers, we've come in and they've been excited and we're excited, and we've pushed them, and to see them grow from a couple weeks ago, it's startling just how much growth has happened. But we still have a little bit more work, and we'll get there. And the performance time is coming soon. So we're really excited to show the world what the Royal Ballet has with the Justin Peck interpretation.
Great, well, welcome. We're really excited to see it. And Charlie, this piece is full of energy, it's full of emotion. Could you describe the ballet for our audiences here?
Hello. Justin, the way he's described it to me is he thinks of dancers as superheroes, that they have an incredible ability to do the most incredible things. At the same time of having this superhero ability, they're also people. Their hearts can be broken, they can fall in love. There's a sensitivity and a realness to it. And that dichotomy of being able to do the greatest things and the risk of the consequence of those things, you're kind of given 2 options then. If I know that I'm fragile, I could pull back. But I think in this piece, Justin has said, but what if instead you seized the day and you pushed forward or you leaned into it? So the piece has an incredible energy and enthusiasm and a celebration of what's possible. And then at the same time, when the piece was made, kind of the exciting part around it is that it was right at the beginning, the thrust of Justin's career. It was for costumes, for Janie Taylor, it was for the music, the dancers. Everything about it was a perfect time when there was incredible possibility, and all of it kind of those special moments when it all comes together and it celebrates itself into just a beautiful explosion. So Everywhere We Go is kind of that exciting culmination of opportunity.
And you mentioned the music there, and I know the piece is a kind of real conversation between music and movement. And the ballet was scored by Sufjan Stevens, who I know is an important collaborator of Justin's generally. How can you describe a little bit of the music, and how does that work in this art form?
It was his second collaboration with Justin, and the first piece that he did was from an album. So this is the first original piece that was created.
And it's scored for our orchestra?
Yeah, which is, I think, like the movement, everything was thrown in there, all the bells and whistles, and it takes you on this journey. I think there are moments of it's whimsical, it's fun, it's carefree. There are moments it's heartbreaking, it's very dramatic. So I feel it's almost like a movie. You're going through all of these different scenes, and with the dancers, I think that the piece is more, with Justin's choreography also, it's about community. It's about what's happening inside. And so I see these dancers, these artists, these superheroes, listening to the music, playing with it, becoming human, growing. There's this constant heartbeat with all of it. So I think underneath the big moments, there's a constant rhythm that happens, which is the humanity, the heartbeat of the piece. And it's interesting seeing the dancers kind of catch it. Some have caught it earlier than others, but once you finally hear it and feel it, there's this energy in the room that's very magical. And I think the music is magical, the movement is magical. And by the end, just watching it, everyone's sitting there with a big smile on their faces. So that's great.
Well, we've got two superheroes here tonight. We've got Joseph and Letitia with us. Joseph, I wonder if I can ask you, so we've heard about the piece, we've heard about the complexities of it, all the things at play. Tell me how it is to dance. How are you enjoying finding your body in this work?
I think for me, but I can speak for a lot of the dancers, that I've always seen Justin Peck's work from across the pond as just like incredible. And sometimes the closest we can get to see it is like YouTube and on videos, and he's just doing such incredible stuff and so incredibly musical. And Craig and Charlie are amazing. Like, they come into the studio with such like personality and kindness and joy that I think for dancers who aren't so used to moving, because it's so New York City Ballet, it's so musical, it's so quick, but they have an ability to move quick but slow, which as superheroes we're trying to do. But it's
Hates or
incredible.
not.
Yeah, because when you have like kindness at the front of the studio that is helping you get there, it makes it really, really special. And, you know, we're dancers of the Royal Ballet, but like they said, community, we've still got to pay council tax. Like, we're still normal people, we're still heartbroken, and lots of things we go through, and this piece kind of has that kind of like melancholic joy to it, that we're all real people, but we're all kind of stunning in our own way.
And Letitia, I wonder then if I could ask you, you know, that's where you are. What do you hope audiences take from this, having watched you dance?
Hi. I hope everyone can take this sense of all the hard work that we've been putting into this. It's been a journey. We're still not quite at the end of that, but it's been amazing to just work in such different styles, something that we're not used to, but with incredible people, incredible music, all of that. I hope everyone can feel how much we've put into this, and I hope they enjoy it. It's a really fun piece. Very excited.
Great. Well, let's see some of it. Craig, I wonder if you could just tell us what we're going to see now.
Yeah, we will see a section of this ballet. It's the fifth movement. We call it High Style. This is the second part of it. And I believe the original title is, maybe Grant, I don't know if you have this, Everywhere There's Sunshine. I think that might be the title that's in there.
Grant Green on the piano here.
Okay. So there is this, I mean, you'll see from the very first movement, which I'll tell you, this is the hardest thing. We have Letty coming in, running on her point shoes, like a sprinter running around a track. And it is extremely hard and difficult, but they do it with a smile. And I think a little bit in the Balanchine manner, pushing the ballerina to these technical levels that are beyond, and to do it and make it look simple. So we will play around with this. We'll do it in a few pieces. And we had rehearsal yesterday. We have notes from yesterday that we didn't get a chance to get to. But since this is a rehearsal, we will start with those notes, and then we will give you all a little bit of a showing.
Take us behind the scenes.
Just a shout out to Grant.
Absolutely.
Who has
This is
been the
Grant Green on the
pianist.
piano here from the Royal Ballet's music staff.
And has done an absolutely spectacular job of playing an entire orchestra on a single instrument on behalf of the dancers, Sufjan and Justin. So thank you, Grant.
Yes.
Thank you, Grant. And thank you. I'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So our first thing from our notes, we wanted to talk about the slide on the floor after the jeté lift and the turn, just how we peel ourselves off of the floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one. Pause. Good. It's just the idea of the jeté, giving yourself the full jeté so you're not tracing the ground for it, but you can just fly. Just fly.
Back leg.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5,
it.
6, 7. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then I think, Joe, you'll probably bring her up just a little sooner so she can feed into her chassé en tournant. Wah, da, bum. Yeah. Remembering, of course, to step back on those. You're going to move just a little bit back. Boop. Yeah.
And not too wide, just so you're stepping back, but giving yourself enough, just so you can control that next part before the turn. Perfect. Good.
The arm.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the grand jeté, so right before that, the grand jeté for the spin. When she's going to the ground, your right arm would be free to reach down before you grab. Here, let's look. Da, da, ba, 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 ba. 1, 2. That right arm.
This one.
And then as we slide down onto the ground, you get a chance to complete the line.
Stretch,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
The arabesque, or was there one more right before?
There was the running in.
Oh, yeah.
You can save your toes for a moment, but try to get your fifth back front. Yeah, so your left is forward, 1, 2, 3, go side, and try to get back forward instead of going backwards on that fifth step. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Yeah. And this one there, it looks sometimes you get behind, so the pull back is lost. Allow her temps de flèche to pass you so that she can then return before sliding out. So this one underneath, 1, da, ba, ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much.
Well, it's also, I think, as you're sliding, maybe, can you flatten it out just a little bit? Yeah. And come right back. And you two, good. Just remember there's a kind of rubber band moment there. We're out to come right back into it. Try not to hold too long or have a little bit, right, one more time. A little more rebound and up before we go into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then in the run the other day, the first one, you tombed back for the dev to the fifth. The second one, yes, you did. Yes, you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. 7, 1. Great. Relax. Good.
And last thing we talked about at the very end when it slows down, hand, start walking right away. So when you come around, Joe is already coming around as we go into this penché. Instead of starting it right here, do the hand and you walk a little bit past Letty before she goes.
Oh.
Better now when you do it again later. Go and be a little bit more daring going down. Right now we're here and we're holding this. I think you can pass, and once you go past, see how far you can go while maintaining the muscle there. Try it one more time.
2,
Really go
3,
down. Now maintain
4,
this, slow this
5,
down, slow
6,
this down.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1,
Little lift
2,
up.
3,
Good.
5,
And then
and 6.
same
Goes
thing.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That one.
So just make sure at the very end of that as you're coming through, maybe if it gets too far back, she can't help you. Yeah, she still wants to have that shoulder engaged there.
Pass her through second. She's going around for that penché. When she comes up, there's a moment if you start pulling, open her to that second position, and then she can turn herself in. I think that might be the shoulder space.
And keep your head.
Right. That one. Yeah, if it comes too tight in, I think that's where the tension gets lost or something. And
All right, those 4 things, if we can add those to this.
should we go up to a spot?
Yeah, why don't we go up to the, before we start to move the side to side. Up, 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 before we do the side side. Jeté into the ground, first pirouettes. Let's see where we can go. So how about an 8 and a 12?
Ooh.
Good, guys. I always say good morning after this because I feel this is like your first shot of espresso. So remember, let's play around with the points. You have a good feeling now for it. I think as you're going to with Joseph, give yourself a nice lean on here as you go. Lean on the body. So you're not doing it all on your own. A little bit like you're off your axis. Going
Like a
around.
capital letter A.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay. Can I just ask,
Mm-hmm.
is that coordination? Yeah, am I land?
Oh.
Yep. Yep. Come around the corner. I'd go towards Grant, towards the piano, land, and then right towards the, actually land, and then change the spot to where you want to end up. Yeah.
I think a little bit, it looked like your focus was down. And so you're aiming for the ground and going to the ground. Let yourself take your focus higher. And then remember, like, the two versions of a tour jeté, right? There's the tour jeté that plies in the arabesque, and the tour jeté that does the whack. This is the jeté that's more of the type, like the landing and not a hit to collapse. The faster you drop, the sooner you're gonna have to turn it around. There's just too much force. So float it, and then you'll be able, yeah. Do you wanna try that jeté pirouette?
Yeah.
Maybe from this up.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7.
it.
Yes, that's
Good.
it.
Good. Yeah. Right.
There was, I think we can add 2 inches in for each of these steps from this one. That step, instead of small, step to go, release, 1, add 2 inches to this, 2 inches to that step, and 2 inches. Yeah, just a little bit of push, maybe 1 inch.
Yeah. Maybe one.
And then for the 2
Yeah.
attitude sautés, it looks like maybe the same thing down. Give yourself the value of the jump up, the battement.
Before we go into that, Joseph, can you lift up even more? Not just a swing around, counter her leg going around by you pulling up.
Right. Yeah, was it great?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now just an easier come down. As we come down, a little easier come down before we shoot into that.
Good. Try it again.
Yeah, one more time, and then we'll take a pause and go.
Oh oui? Si c'est possible.
Same deal. Yeah. Go up.
Good. Good. Good, good, good
Yeah,
sixes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yes, now two. Now two. Use the plie as much as you can. Brush your here. Whenever you feel you're falling, use this plie to step right into that. That will be your guide there. And then we go into the next thing. Now, all right. Shall we?
You remember in the chaîné turn to give yourself the compression to continue into the step up? Yes. Yeah. 7,
And take out the jump.
2, 9, 10. Bop, bop.
Replace the leg. Take out the jump. Take out the jump.
Repeat. Was there something? Ah,
Yes.
right, left.
Right when we
So
do our
from,
both arms.
oh, that I think too. We're thinking ahead that next we have to come back. So we do that, but we're foreshortening it. Commit to the follow through of it, and then you'll reach right arm and then pull your left.
Yeah. You've been going, I think going 2 shortens it. 1, and then yank your body in and look for the toe. If you're, or look up. don't, if you look at the toe and the head goes down, I think it will shorten the jump.
Yeah, bring your toe up to your,
Bring the
your
toe
sight
up.
line.
So 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much more height there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still do almost again.
Yeah, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 each time. Okay. Up close and personal. Make sure you want her to get away from you. So the closer you are, the better until we get to, yes, the drop.
So pick up in the music. Grant, if you have the 8, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have that spot? Thank you.
And can you two scoot over just a little bit? Ideally, we'd be around here.
Oh, I need a better sight line. I need the forward.
Yep.
Can I sit with you?
1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. All right. One more time. False start. False start. Maybe a little less. Yes, a little less. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Great.
Good.
Good. Maybe too close. I know, up close and personal, just so she has a little bit of
Yeah,
space.
let's turn. Oh, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, relax your arms. You're using them as you go, and then you would settle when you come back in. Yeah. Yeah.
No. Good. Just this last part. I think, no, this is good coming around, I think. The first one, the second one, I think was better than the first one. Grab, and really bring your sternum, everything higher up as you come around.
Yeah.
I think that will like have one moment of suspension. You don't want to come down. I keep thinking you're a kid on a swing and you're jumping off, and really you're being fearless, going up. The ground will come, but you don't care about that.
Try one and send your foot higher than 90. Really kick your leg up for it.
That's the other one.
Yeah. I mean, it just as an exercise in giving you the freedom to get in the air instead of the grounding action of pulling yourself down. Just one jump. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Nice.
7,
Yeah.
8, 1,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11. Sorry. Good stop. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great. You were, yeah, like an air bite in the moment, yes. And
Go ahead.
just the very end, the slow section. I think as we come up, you don't have to go up to point, but as we start here, you're around, and then take your time as she comes around, slowly here. So then we both come together and we slide out. I think we just come around too soon, started, and then just wait, almost like slow this down. You're half tempo while she's going.
You're getting stuck in the jeté. Let yourself go to the jeté, in your port-de-bras. Follow through that same arm to go out, and then it'll turn. Yeah, it's getting stuck. Back. Maybe a
A
little.
little bit. Make sure you two know what path you're traveling on. So if you're going here, we're turning, and we're coming down on the same path. It looked a little wavy. Very clear path there. Maybe,
Oh, and then your right side. On your écarté. Turn, 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 turn. Poof. Yeah, just that shoulder. To cut. And 7. Yeah. Good.
do you want to see it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that do the hand again. Use the hand in the body. I think we can just do that, or we could actually use the hand. Wait into that, yeah, to give a little bit of a push there. Okay? Yeah,
Yeah. One last time, just that.
yeah.
Same thing.
From
Just
the
to the end, from the steps. Last time.
It's easier for us to say last time. Slow down, Joe, slow down. And again.
Love it. Very well
Great,
done.
guys. I think you guys did your job because we are smiling at the end. So yeah, good work, good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you, superheroes. Go and take a rest. Thank you so much for sharing
All right.
the
Thank
rehearsal with us. Please, applause once again. So we're going to have a chance now to see another work from the Mix programme, a new ballet by Cathy Marston. I'm joined very soon by Cathy and some of the musicians who are working behind the scenes to prepare this ballet. We have Robert Clark on piano, Vasco Vasilev on violin, and Martin Georgiev, who's going to conduct. So they're just coming in now. I'm going to go over and join them. Welcome, everybody. Martin, I'm going to go and ask you to come and join me just here. You've all found your marks. Lovely. Thank you so much. And Cathy, I'm going to come to you first. Welcome. Thank you for spending the evening with us. You have a new ballet opening in a few weeks' time, and you've chosen Britten's Violin Concerto as the music. Can you tell us first why? We'll talk more about the piece later on in interview, but I wonder if you could just share with us first, why this piece?
So usually I begin with a story. It could be a novel or a biography. In this case, I wanted to make a change and start with a piece of music. And so Kevin O'Hare kindly gave me carte blanche. I was listening to all sorts of things. And I kept getting drawn back to this particular piece. I think it's ironically, the storytelling aspect of it. It doesn't feel storytelling in the way that, I don't know, something like Stravinsky's Firebird does, which is extremely visual, almost too visual, in my opinion, to feel liberated to choreograph. I know many people have. But in the case of Britten's Violin Concerto, because it's got this lead voice, the violin, that really takes you through, you feel a narrative, but you don't know what it is. And he didn't really share very much about what was behind it for him. And so that did really give me the freedom to discover my own narrative which I haven't shared with anyone like you all for once. Usually I do share the story, and I'm curious how much I'm going to let out of the bag tonight. I haven't quite decided yet.
Well, I'll see what I can get out of you later. And Rob, I'm going to spy you over there at the piano. You're head of music for the Royal Ballet, and I know today is the first day that you've all been together in the studio. Can you tell us about these early stages of rehearsal, and how's it going, and what does this first stage look like?
Yes, so I mean, certainly musically, it's been a really exciting day. The first time Vasco's been into the studio. So obviously the first time the dancers and Cathy have heard him live in there. So really, really interesting, and seeing how Cathy worked with Vasco, how the dancers worked with Vasco, certain requests, but and everyone just working together to bring this all together for the first time. Then there'll be a couple more days that Vasco, along with myself and Martin, is in the studio before next Thursday we're on the stage. So really exciting today to see that all start to come together for the first time.
Vasco, I wonder then if I can ask you about this violin concerto. Can you tell us a bit about the work and how it is to play it?
Well, it's actually, thank you, Cathy, because it's a fantastic piece of music, and I've played it many times as a soloist, and I think I can easily say it's fiendishly difficult for the violin. And Britton was a viola player, so maybe that was his...
I mean, that might explain something, yeah.
It was his way of getting back at us, because we always crack jokes about him. But anyway, it's an amazing piece of music. It reminds me of Shostakovich. Of course, Britton was a great admirer of Shostakovich, and Shostakovich was a Britton. It's got all sorts of violin techniques, and it's an amazing piece of music. So I would let the music speak for itself.
Can't wait to hear it. Martin, come back in and join us. Now, you know this piece very well. What do you enjoy most about conducting Britain? Is there anything that our audiences should be kind of listening out for?
I think particularly with this piece, it's as it were written at certain crossroads of time. So it is like very tantalizing mixture of opposites, because in a way it's very modern, at the same time it is in a way romantic. It is very challenging, at the same time it's very attractive. It is in a way such an explosive mix of things, and written at a very tense moment in time. So for me that makes it very, exciting, and somehow it's got certain lure to it, it's got certain attractiveness, so I find it very yummy in a way.
Yummy, I hope that's in the program notes. Thank you. I'm very excited to hear the music, and I know we're excited to see the dancers. The dancers of Royal Ballet will be joining us, Leo Dixon and Akane Takada, and I know you're very ably assisted by Deirdre Chapman. So please welcome them. The musicians are going to get ready to go, and I'll pass over to you, Cathy. Thank you.
Okay, I thought we would start with the first pas de deux. So one of the reasons that I chose the piece that I didn't mention just now is there's a really fascinating section which is kind of in the middle. It starts at the second half of the piece is in 3 movements, and halfway through the second movement begins quite a long cadenza. And the music's been large and sweeping and lyrical, and suddenly it goes down to this very, very intimate scene, just the violin playing. And I won't describe how, because I'll insult Vasco. But it was one of the sections of music that really I wanted to choreograph. And I'm not going to tell you the story, but there's a lot of imagery that we use. So you're a little like detectives tonight. You're going to pick up some images. I'll just let that go. You're in my studio tonight. So let's begin. I think, should we just try to start from the circular arm bit, and then carry on, and I'll stop you when I've got some corrections. Yeah? Where shall I go that I'm not in the way? Here. Okay, yeah, thank you. let's pause there. Good, 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 good. So, Leah, when you're doing the arm circles before, I want you to really get out of control. I know you're moving through and between. Tonight you're not, so you can just enjoy it. And then you have one moment where you've got a kind of renverse that suddenly broke into a balletic thing. Yeah. Joe, have a go at that. Give me a couple in. Da, da, da. Do you know what I think it is? Can you think of the arm circles coming from the center of your back? So you kind of use the other elbow as much as the arm. That's better. And let your back go with it. Let your head go with it. And now just fling it and renverse. You know what? You don't actually need to renverse at all. No, just let... What could you do that would let the legs swing around in order to get to the floor? Which is going to be the last side of your... Which one do you want to be? There? Can you use a swinging arm to make yourself do it? Yeah, that's better. So I kind of want it to be out of control. Yeah, and spiral down. And then you're going to get... So you're going to be out of control over here. And you kind of landed... Yeah, but don't plan it. So let it happen. And it can be really... It doesn't need to be already up. Now, I was talking with the other cast, with Will. We have 2 casts, and we have rehearsals at different times because of the scheduling. And a really interesting question came up about what his motivation for going to over there is. I think he really, really wants to go. He's been pulled in 2 directions, and it's all gotten too much. And he just wants to be in his mother's kitchen with the smell of bread being baked and someone who doesn't demand and who's going to tell you everything's okay and I love you, whatever. So I think you don't have to be... You're holding a lot of tension still, and I think do you ever get that feeling when you want to go home and you just kind of want... Yeah, that feeling. So that's what you're going over there with. So do you stand up to see her first?
I've been kind of seeing her, then standing up.
Just try different ways of doing that, because she is sort of in your imagination in one reading. So you kind of need to... Can you give me more release before you do it? So there's like... I want to see her. She's there because you want... There, I want to go back there. That's where I want to be. Yeah, that's good. That's where I want to be. And then you find your way. And, oh no, actually, then she's going to... She does the leg. And then wait for Vasco, because I'm not sure exactly when he's going to play it. I know at least one. She's actually on a huge rock, like a large cliff, which is really difficult to stand on. But today it's flat. So just wait for her. Da, da, da. What's the matter? Yeah. And then he's going. And then you step down. And I think it can be that feeling. You know that he's not okay, but you're just going to go and open the curtains. Come on in. It'll all be okay. Let's have something to eat together. And you sit down. And then this was good. I think there should be a little bit of a moment here where, should I ask him? No, this isn't the time. So you're doing this, bum, bum, bum. And then here, boom. That's one of those moments. I don't want you to be quite as soft. So more kind of, if I was doing it to you, are you okay? Or, come on. And then this should be a little bit bigger so that I connect it with bowls. That's really good. It was really nice when you just brought it into your whole body. That's good. And then round, round, wiping the table. Yeah, that's really good. Good, good, good. I know I'm being really pedantic about our imaginary kitchen table, but you're standing on it. So if you come down here, and then you're going to carve and you're going to pick the thing up, and you need to walk to the shelf over here so it doesn't step on. So you've just wiped the thing and then step a little bit more that way. Good. Can you put the thing on the shelf rather than through the shelf? So that's it. Very good. Yeah. And then a little bit more round with the apron. That's it. There. I think less delicate. Let's make it more of a, like tying. So you're putting the straps of the apron and you're tying them round and you're pulling them back and walking. And so I don't know about you looking at her there. So she's just been pottering around the kitchen. And you want to tell her, but it's sort of stuck here. And you know that he's about to, so you're just going to keep up with him. And I'm not looking at you, because if I look at you, you won't, so I turn on the light. And it needs to be a little bit more. Turn on the light switch. Yeah, good. There, and stop. And I think get to quite a, yeah. And at that moment, you're like, oh, I think he might tell me. That's good, that little sideways glance. You got a little bit late with the music, with the walk forward. Dee, have you got any idea where we can pick that up?
Yes, if we go from the maestro's second line, which is your Akane.
Red. Thank you. That's it. And stop. Good, we'll pause again. Thank you. That was really good, that was right. Akane, you've paused here, and he has a little moment of complaining about something. So it's a little bit like holding the space. I'm not sure if you should actually look or just, it's more about listening. So you've just taken the casserole bowl, and you've got it there, and he just starts talking. And then I'm not going to ask any questions yet, because the moment you ask a question, he'll shut down again. So you just keep going with your tasks. Da, da, and keep going. Bum, bum. Could you move the... Does the casserole ball move more than that?
No.
Just disappears?
It's literally...
Maybe just leave it a little bit longer. So you've got it here. And then take... Can you almost see the saucepan and try to get it a little bit rounder, and then you're turning and the mashed potato. I told you you're being detectives. Let's try it once more from this one. And yeah, da da da, good. And a little bit more, so after you've come with the mashed potato, it goes up, and then, which way is it? This way. That way, and then try to be really detailed, the brush pan, dustpan, brush pan, whatever the word is. You bring it here, and now this is going to take you a bit closer to him because he's sneaking under, so you know he's sidling up to you. He wants to, just tapping, and now he's going to talk to you. I actually think you might hold that position a bit longer, so when he starts to, let's try that. There, good. Good. Leo, what are your feet going to do at the end of the pirouette? Come, I'm just wondering if you go towards her or away from her, seems significant somehow. I feel like that might be better. Yeah. Da, da, da. And is that when she's coming into you? Let's try and get this, mess up his hair. That's it, yeah. And it can be a little bit slower. So, and then you go off away. With the tapping, I think, like, a little bit more slow, not like you would normally do it. You're just tapping because you think this is about to be the moment when he opens up. And then you keep going. Let's continue from there. There's a tipping point which I'm interested in. So she goes like this, and you go into point. Show me when you go into point and how it tips into the slide. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Because you have to take her. And you have to take her. And when she does that to your hair, can you try to... Yeah, let's see if you can turn away and take her at the same time, if that can be integrated. Yeah, hang on, wait. Don't step towards her, because she can come to you. So if you go, turn, step, and you have to go, come here. Yes, that was good. That was good. And one. Good. Watch for your backhand that it doesn't get too classical. Like, yeah. And then let me see here. Good. Very good. I said this to Melissa today. It's funny how it tends to want to rub here, and if it's possible, it'd be really nice that it's a centered rub. Yeah, perfect. Good. Keep going. Okay, Leo, when she rubs your back, what does it do to you? Exactly, yeah. So it kind of breaks you down a little bit. So let me see that. Good. And that's the one that we've changed, which is a bit awkward.
There should be two.
Two of her steps.
Yeah, so can I do the rond, soutenu passe, rond, soutenu, hook.
Sorry, I'm getting in the way.
So rond, soutenu passe, and now...
There. I think, Leo, is there a way that you could have finished down, that there's a reason for you to go up? Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good. Yeah. Let's try it one more time to see if that coordinates. Good. Nice. And keep going. Good. And one. Yum. I'm not believing this one yet. Let's try a different thing. So you do the slide. I wonder if you looked at her, because she's pulled in, and I know that we did have a story of it, but I'm not believing, I don't understand it. Try a different thing. So if she's trying to say Leo, you might look at her. Leo, there. But yeah, that was better. It was better, right?
Yeah, I think it's the tilt. She's not saying no to him. It needs to be more of a,
Exasperated.
Exasperated, exactly.
So if you've got her here, Leo, why are you like this? Yeah. I think maybe to keep hold of his hand, of his shoulder. So you're there, Leo, why? Like just talk to me. It's too quick. One more time. Try it a bit slower. I did it too quick, I think, as well. Leo, come on. Yeah, better. Keep going. Good. Can you think of when you do this hand, it looks a little squashed at the top. Let's use his whole arm. Could you put that one maybe below his elbow? Good, nice. Keep going. Connie, when you do this one, come on. It's like a big eye roll. Just tell me. Use your eye focus on, like if you look at my eyes, when you, So that's your leg. Big arm. Good, keep going. And now this, try to do it with less undulation. It's more, I'm just going to wipe the table and you're going to talk. That's good, that's good. Good, good, good. And then this is soft. Oh, then be soft. Then you love him. And this, again, it should have a very circular feel, so that we have these circles become these circles. Good. Keep going. Good. This was good. Woo. That one tends to go a little bit too far. Have you got any thoughts on that?
Akana, can you find your right arm down to the floor after the second kick as you start to let the right leg lower? Can you let the right arm lower as well so it touches before you roll? And that might stop your momentum a little bit.
Well, yeah. Well, it's hard, that. Somehow the hips are too over, I think. Try one more time. We won't get stuck on it tonight. Let's take a moment. There. So you have to have hips there. Good. Good. Yes. Excellent.
That's better.
That's very good. And then you keep going, keep going. I think that shouldn't be like that looks a little bit too like, Mum, stop cleaning. Bit more like now you want to. Yeah. Put it on her hand. Yeah. But I think cover her hand rather than her wrist. Yeah, there you go. And then you can take it. Good. Good. Beautiful. Good. Lovely. Woo! Nice. See if you can kind of get the head to lead. I don't know, because actually it's you leading at the moment, isn't it? Can you try and let her lead it? So give a clue to him so that you can get your head to anticipate the slide. Yes, good. Good. One more note. I'm going to spend an hour and we've only got 20 minutes, aren't we? So I'm going to get carried away. When you do the head, don't miss out the forward bit. Yeah, so it goes all the way round. Should we try, where should we go from?
Dustpan.
Dustpan.
Probably.
Yeah. And then we'll try to push forward a little bit to Rob.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth line, you've got dustpan marked.
And she's gone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. I've still got more time. I can give
Go
more
until
notes.
we can.
I'll keep going. What could you do when just before we go into the third movement, so before you lift her into the candle lift, I kind of want you to acknowledge in yourself that she's not real. So can we take that moment? So she's in the arabesque and you have to change grip, but in changing grip, sort of admit to yourself that she's a wish rather than a reality. That's beautiful. Exaggerate what you just did. Relax, don't do the lift. So can you did the soutenu that you did, can you do it really slowly, or more like evaporating, and then make him more real? So evaporate. I wonder if we actually need to do it from the rub. Can I just pretend to be you for a sec? If you were rubbing, I want just play with that so it doesn't that evaporates somehow. Maybe. There.
I think if the left arm leads into the soutenu, you might have it.
So if you make the first rub real, and then try to make the second one almost like a reach that kind of leads into that. So one on and then evaporating. One and reach. Good. And don't do that. I'm saving you the lift. I really see how your left arm takes the grip. Can you regret with your left arm? Yes, that was it. That was regret. And then this is beautiful. And then keep going. So another thing that we were talking about with the other couple. So there was a discussion about what you want. So Edward Kemp is the dramaturg for the piece, and we've worked together for a very long time, 25 or more, 30 years. And he says, or he believes, and I believe with him, that to be on stage you need to want something. Even if you're not real, which arguably you might not be, your ghost or whatever, your spirit, there's a desire. And I think, what does she want from him? I think she wants to be with him too. He's troubled and she's left him too soon because she's got unfinished things. And so she wants him to need him, and she wants to be in this little cozy thing. And now this person up there that's evaporating her, I think she wants another 5 minutes, please. I haven't finished. And so when you're doing all of these movements here, I just want to stay down here. I haven't finished. Can you please go away? And you hide under the kitchen table together. So there's a desire, even though you're going to evaporate. Well, it's a bit Giselle, isn't it? So let's just, if you can mark the lift, and then let's just see if we can feed any of those thoughts in. Is it time? We have 2 minutes. We're not going to do a big finale. We're just going to keep going, and you'll say stop. Okay, all right. Let's do the music and see if you can feed those thoughts in. Could we go from the third movement? Head's pulling, yeah. Pull her down, pull her down, pull her down. Arms float. Stay. Deirdre says we're late, which I'm sure we are. Thank you. Sorry. But that was, I saw that, and the regret in the hand. Well, it's in my head. I think these need to be a little, I could hear it, because ghosts can't make sound, so try to make sound. If you can make a sound still, you're still with him. And then, like a mother tiger, or I don't know, a mother animal, if you still had to look after your cub, you would be fierce. So that person that's pulling you away, it's not, oh, please let me hide. It's, no, I am not there's a crossness, you are not coming under my kitchen table. It's not, I'm lots of things. Anyway, and then you're there and you make space for him. And then when you do these things, I think, again, try not to float yet. So you want to keep cleaning the floor, but then you have to float away. So, but regret floating away. So you want to hold on to this bit, but your leg is pulling you, and it's... So try to really use your feet, and then that's it. And then go through, and then the hands go. That's good. And I like what you're doing here. One last thing. I like what you're doing here. You had a nice thing. He came and put you down, and you wanted to be down. There was a nice kind of moment as you tried to stop her. We have to stop. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We could keep watching for hours. I know we're limited in time, but I certainly could keep watching for hours. So it was wonderful to hear a bit from Cathy and from our musicians about the music that inspired the ballet. Of course, that's Britten's Violin Concerto. Now, though, I'm going to grab Cathy back, and we're going to speak a bit more about the process of creating this exciting new work, which premieres here, of course, on the 14th of November. So I'm going to invite Cathy to come and join me. Thank you, Cathy. Thank you so much for sharing the rehearsal. What a treat to see a piece in development and to see you working with the dancers. Of course, you're returning here to the main stage. You had the cellist, so successful in 2020, that being a poignant tribute to Jacqueline Dupre. And how does it feel, I wonder, first to be back here and back working with the Royal Ballet Company?
It always feels like home. It's obviously, I was at the school, I've come back here, I was associate artist here for some years. So every time I come back, even though the generations move on, so there are most of the company are not peers of mine, I don't know many of them, but it still feels like it's the same place, the same family. So it's very much like coming home.
And let's talk a bit about your journey as a dancer, because this is a co-production with Ballet Zurich, and you became artistic director there in the 23-24 season. Can you tell us a bit about that journey to that position, and then also how this commission came about?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's been lots of circles. So my career since being at the Royal Ballet School here, my first job was Ballet Zurich when I was 18.
Oh, wow.
And so I went there and I danced in Switzerland, in actually 3 different companies in Switzerland, before realizing, in fact, while I was doing that, coming back to choreograph for the Royal Ballet Company for what was then known as the Dance Bites tour. And so there were always this sort of double home, and it's just kept circling. I came back here, was associate artist, and then went back to Switzerland and became director of ballet of the Bern Ballet. And then I stayed in Bern, where I got married and I have 2 kids.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And have traveled as a freelancer, but always somehow returning to the UK, to the Royal Ballet, also to Northern Ballet. I've been a fair bit there. And of course, Kevin invited me to make the cellist, as you said, and that was really... it was one of those things that I'd always wanted to do, to create a piece for the main stage, for the Royal Ballet Company. And thank goodness it fitted in just before lockdown and COVID and all that. And so it's taken a while to come back, because life gets planned so far in advance. During the lockdown, actually, I got invited to direct Ballet Zurich, which is a wonderful chance. It's a great company. It's 50 dancers. I'm also the house choreographer, so I choreograph there at least one piece a year and commission many other choreographers. So I love it. People keep asking me, how do you like it? And I feel guilty because all I can say is I really love it.
What a lovely position to be in.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's amazing to have you back. And the cellist, you said when we spoke a little earlier that, you know, you often tell audiences the story, and Jacqueline Dupre is a story that many of us know. This piece it's different. We saw in rehearsal, though, that you obviously work with narrative in the rehearsal room, but can you tell us a bit about the kind of process with this one? Is it abstract? Is it narrative? Good question.
It's a hard question to answer. So it didn't begin with a narrative.
Right.
It began with the music. And the process for me in this case was to listen to the music a lot. I actually happened to listen to it jet-lagged, which was more of a coincidence than anything else, but maybe that helped somehow. And I started writing down some of the images that came into my head and some of the characters. And they really did come out of the music. Obviously, the violin is the first person of the music. And so there is a protagonist. And for rehearsal purposes, we've called him P for protagonist. It's a man. It just felt like it was a man to me. Leo was dancing that role just now. And then there were various other characters that came in, and a small group. And so I worked with Edward Kemp, who's my dramaturg I mentioned, and sometimes it's a little bit like going to a therapist. You sort of pour out all the things that are in your head, and he's taking notes, and then we sort of try to order them and find a thread. And of course, in the end, there is some sort of narrative, because that's what makes sense to me. My choreography is simply not about just steps. I don't mean just in a reductive way at all.
No.
But I can't seem to generate movement without a motivation or an intention. So in this case, there is an underlying narrative which we won't share in the program. So you've got a sneak peek tonight, because you've got a whole lot of information about the words and images we've been using in that particular section that won't be shared in the program.
Keep it under your hat, worldwide.
I know. But I do share those things with the dancers. And sometimes, my choreographic teacher at the Royal Ballet School, I had two, David Drew and Norman Morris. And David Drew used to talk about choreography being like excavation, that there's something there and you have to kind of shift the sand and discover it. And particularly, I always feel that's true actually, but particularly with this piece, it's felt very much like that, because the music gave this template, and I've been trying to discover it, and then I've given myself these particular characters, for want of a better word, and then I'm making sense of them and finding their way of interacting with one another, and how their different qualities affect one another. And it's revealed itself.
And the music, Martin touched on it. Is written at a very specific point in history when Europe was teetering on the brink of World War II. Is there anything in that kind of where the world was at that time in its stories that has influenced the piece, or have you listened to it with a fresh mind?
I don't think you can, because I hear the war in the distance, or the war coming. Even the beginning of the piece opens with these very quiet sort of drums, and then the violin bursts into almost another world. So it does feel that there's a kind of there is a war in the distance, and it's coming. It sometimes seems to come into the space, and at other times it recedes. And of course, Britain had a certain stance, or took a certain stance, with regard to the war, and moved to America, where this piece was premiered in the late 30s. So he was a pacifist. So yes, I think I didn't I didn't take all those things into account when I was writing my ideas and imagery down. But once we had those ideas and imagery, yes, I read the biography of Britain and thought about the context of the piece. And I don't think it's a question of ignoring it or not ignoring it. I think it's just in the fabric of the piece.
Now, with the opportunity to say no, not yet, and no spoilers, are you ready to share with us the title of the piece?
This is a drum roll moment.
It is. Everybody?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to have to get it right.
I've got it written down.
I know, but I keep wanting to say the first word wrong. It's called Against the Tide.
Drum roll, please.
That's an applause.
So, Against the Tide. What do you hope audiences will take from Against the Tide?
I hope there'll be something that moves people, that perhaps they understand on their own terms. So I mentioned first person. I feel like I hear the music in the first person. So when I was writing down the imagery, and as I said, I had this character P for protagonist, what was interesting was I'd close my eyes, I was being that protagonist. I wasn't watching it from the front in my imagination. So I think I felt myself in the situation that the environment that the music conjured up for me. And that moved me. I mean, you've just watched a scene in the middle where I mentioned the protagonist is pulled in different directions and needs comfort. And I've given you some clues as to where that comes from. But I hope it moves people and that people feel something of themselves connected with it.
Cathy, thank you so much for sharing, being so generous and sharing your rehearsal with us, and for sharing that insight, and of course, Against the Tide is the name. We will leave it there. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this evening. So the Royal Ballet's Perspectives opens here on the main stage in Covent Garden on the 14th of November. You can find tickets, of course, on our website. Thank you again to all of our dancers and musicians this evening, as well as to Craig and Charlie, who rehearsed Justin Peck's work earlier this evening, and Deirdre, who assisted Cathy. Thank you as well to our audience here in the Claw Studio, and to those watching online all around the world. We hope you've enjoyed this insight. Good night.